first dish we're going to start today for produce special dishes for dietary requirements is a seared beef and pumpkin salad. So it's almost like an Asian beef salad. It's a little bit, I suppose it's not traditional Asian because we're using pumpkin, and pumpkin is definitely not an Asian ingredient as such. However, I've combined the both East and West into one dish to make a really, really delicious dish. As much as this might sound strange for the ingredients going together, I can assure you 1,000,000% this is one of the best dishes. I'm going to use exactly the same ingredients, however I'm going to do them slightly different. So now we've got a few more ingredients that I'd like to prepare as garnishing and things like that. So we've got some spring onion, some coriander, some bok choy, some leek, long red chili and lime. First thing I'm going to do is make some spring onion garnishes. All right, place some finely sliced spring onion in a bowl, ice cold water on top. Next thing I want to do is use the base now. Something I don't have included today, I won't be adding the bean sprouts, and I'm replacing it with leek. All right, my pumpkin was pureed, just straining, like so. Allow to dry for a little bit before mashing. My drained pumpkin and a spatula. Push it through a fine mesh sieve. All right, so what I'm going to do, I've just put a little bit of oil in a frying pan. Face down, low heat. Salt, deglaze with about 15 mils. Japanese cooking wine, allow to light and flambe in the oven for 5 minutes. Okay. So we're almost cooked, ready to cook our rare beef salad and pumpkin, so our Asian beef salad. The only thing, so I've got a piece of steak here, around 170 grams. So what I'm going to do is leave it out. I've just seasoned it with I've put some oil on it and some salt and pepper. And now I'm going to leave it outside for approximately 15 minutes to come to room temperature, and then we're cooking it to a medium. You could ask 10 different chefs how to cook a steak, and every single one of those chefs is going to tell you a different technique. So today I'm going to show you one of those techniques. The thought behind of this way of how we're cooking our steak is really based on molecular gastronomy and the science of food. So what we're going to be doing today, I'm going to get a really, really hot pan. I'm going to place my room temperature steak into my hot pan, and then I'm going to turn it every 15 seconds for 2.5 minutes. With the proteins and the structure in a meat, if we give it high heat very quickly, those fibers go really tight and start expressing the liquid that's actually in the steak. So once we cook it for 2.5 minutes, and then I'm going to rest it for 1.5 minutes at least. I find the best way to do this is have a timer on, and then you don't have to count every 15 seconds. Okay, so now we've roasted our steak. As you can see, I've lost just over 5 mils of liquid from my steak, which is what you want. If you see any more, that's the flavor coming out. And this is due to the way I've actually cooked my steak. I just want to quickly slice it thinly. For one serve, I would say you'd only need half of the steak. How you slice it is up to you. All right, so now it's time to put our dish together. I like to make my life slightly more difficult, so I'm going to plate this dish up as if we were in a fine dining restaurant. So we have our puree here, all our garnishes. Now earlier on I told you to do some spring onion. Well, we did some spring onion, and then I said to put it in some ice cold water. What happens when we do that? It becomes all like this, so it's a great little garnish, and it makes it all curly. So there's my rare beef salad, pumpkin two ways, leek and leek